Hi everyone, I am Merve. I prepared a lesson plan about equations and my grade level is 7. Here is my objectives. My objective is understand the principle of conservation of equality. For example, in order to keep the equations such as like this in balance, find a number replaced by this unknown. And scale and equilibrium models are included to show that the equality is maintained in addition and subtraction situations. Adding or subtracting the same number on both sides of the equality and multiplying or dividing both sides by the same number keep the equality in balance. Here is my materials. I used whiteboard, GeoGebra tools, sketchpad and a video recorder. I used Bandicam. Here is prerequisite knowledge for students. You can see. As an investigation, I will show them 14 equals to 14 and I ask them to think about the meaning of this. And I will show them 3 minus 1 equals to 2 and ask them to determine whether this is a correct statement or not. If it is correct, then ask them why it is correct and how do we know that. Again, what it means to put an equal sign between these equations. This is a most important inference for students. And tell them to stop the video, think on these a little bit. And I will allow students to do activities with this GeoGebra tool and I will ask them to find correct equations which represents the scale below the equations. Also, I ask them to do at least 10 activity before they turn back to the video. This is my starting activity. And I will talk about the meaning of equation. I will show some more numeric equations like 14 plus 6 equals to 20. And I will talk about whether they're equal to each other or not. And I will write more example and I ask them to prove by taking the order of operations into consideration. I will tell them if you couldn't remember the order of operations, please do not continue watch the video and go and first the video called order of operations. I planned to shoot a video about order of operations. And I will ask them these questions to the students to prove that the equations are true by evaluating both sides. They already know this. And I will ask them what is the way to keep the equations in balance. And I will explain the situation by showing a picture, for example, like this one. And I will ask them how we can make the scale balance. I will plan to solve 3 examples with these students. Here is my first example. You can see in the scale below, the cubes show 3 unit mass and the spheres show 6 unit mass. According to this information, I will ask them to answer these questions. For example, if 1 cube is added to each of the scale pen, write the balance situation on the scale and determine whether the balance change or not. Here's my second example. In the scale below, the mass of each shape is equal to the number written on it. Let us state some situations where the scale can be balanced by using the masses. Probably they will try to add some masses to both sides to make the scale in balance, to keep the scale in balance. But at the end of this task, I will ask them to keep the scale in balance by using division and multiplication. Probably they will think on it a little bit, and they will find a solution by using addition and multiplication. This is my example 3. In the unbalanced scale, 1 green circle unit mass is equals to 3 triangle unit mass. What should be done to keep the scale in balance? I will talk about this also. And a last activity, I will ask them to work with another scale from GeoGebra, and I will ask them to keep the scale balance by placing weight to the scale pens. Then I ask them to repeat this process at least 5 times. And thank you for listening.